Welcome to a Nyman version. If you are new to this channel, smash that subscribe button, leave a like and share this video. At number 10 we have Zettai Jinpaku Mahu Shoujo.
Hey pretty baby, am I in your way? Cause you walked out so fast yesterday. No, I don't think you're here to stay. No, I don't think you're here to stay. So tell me what you want, tell me how you want it. Tell me all the reasons that you're running away. I don't think you're here to stay. No, I don't think you're here to stay. No, no, no. I just wanna be with you. I just wanna be with you, yeah. I just wanna be with you. Yeah, I just wanna be with you. I just wanna be with you. I just wanna be with you, yeah. I just wanna be with you. Yeah, I just wanna be with you. I just wanna dance all night, forget my problems. I might go insane. I don't really give a damn what.
At number 9 we have Kagaku na Yutsura. Choosing which high school club to join can be a daunting task. After all, there are only so many hours in the day, not to mention the power struggle between cyborgs and part canine females. At least, that's the conundrum that Haruki Kamaba finds himself trapped in. Irie Kuz is a mechanical science master with a crush on Haruki. Taoko Hazuki is a half-dog, half-girl chemical science master who's also fond of Haruki. Unfortunately for Haruki, he accidentally promised to join both clubs and finds himself in the middle of a fierce battle for his membership and, if Irie has anything to say about it, his hand in marriage. As if things weren't complicated enough, Ayana's perverted older sister Taoko has decided to intervene on her younger sibling's behalf, bringing her own brand of sexually charged chemical science into the mix. Haruki's going to have a difficult time deciding on a club. If the girls don't end up tearing each other apart first, that is.
Be with you. I just wanna dance all night, forget my problems. I might go insane. I don't really give a damn what they say. And now you know.
At number 8 we have Asuka. Poor Shinichiro Asano has the worst of luck. His parents abandoned him and ran off to Europe. If that isn't bad enough on its own, they barely left him any money to take care of himself. In order to pay rent and keep a roof over his head, he has to work. Unfortunately, he was just fired from his last job, and as a high school student, he doesn't have many other prospects. One evening, he's attacked by a centipede monster on his way home. Shinichiro is saved by a mysterious girl with a bow and arrow, who he later discovers is Sakuya Shimazu, a beautiful student who attends his school. But when he later helps an injured girl, he discovers two things. First, the injured girl isn't human at all but rather an Ekamata, a two-tailed demon cat. And second, Sakuya comes from a family of exorcists who have protected humanity from rogue monsters and spirits for generations. Because Shinichiro was responsible for releasing the Nekomata, Sakuya enlists his help in recapturing the demon, but that's just the beginning of Shinichiro's relationship with Sakuya. It turns out the Shimazu family needs a housekeeper, and it just so happens that Shinichiro excels at cooking and likes to clean. It may not be his dream job, but if it pays the rent and puts food on the table. At number 7, we have Asa Maid Jujutsu. The story revolves around Yuki Kagami, a boy who enrolls in the academy of his dreams as an honors student and is mistakenly put in the girls' dormitory where boys are prohibited. Faced with the possibility of having to leave the school, Yuki has to dress up as a girl in the dormitory. On top of things, he ends up rooming with the female teacher Aonika Kinazaka, who has to watch over him.
There's not enough reasons. It's not like I need them. I just wanna know what's on your mind. What's on your mind? It's like 3 AM, you're still on my mind. Let's not waste no time, just tell me how you're feeling. You still have my heart, although we've been apart. Let's go back to the start, I think we're both too brief. See the tunnel light, it's never been so bright. I haven't lost the fight, you let me keep believing. You still give me chills, I do it for the thrill. Yeah, you still give me chills. Yeah.
At number 6 we have Senran Kagura. The Hanzo Academy is a prestigious prep school with a secret known only to a select few. Behind its walls is a training course for shinobi, trained spies and assassins that centuries ago had served the shoguns for their political and military needs. Today the tradition continues with 5 young female trainees with diverse personalities. The carefree Asuka, fierce yet perverted Katsuragi, the sweet and innocent Hibari, stoic and protective Yaju, and their mature class representative, Ikaruga. Senran Kagura tells the story of these 5 girls and their secret journey to complete their shinobi training.
What's on your mind? What's on your mind? What's on your mind?
At number 5 we have Walk Your Romans. Taking place at Winford Academy located in an old town called Helen's Hill, the story is all about knights and the sport of jousting. At this school, students learn how to become knights, ride horses and joust properly. The main character is a young man named Takahiro Mizuno, who was training to become a knight and jouster, but after suffering an injury, he dropped out of the knight program and joined the beglighter assistant program instead. Due to his animal handling skills and former experience as a jouster, this makes him a hot commodity. Multiple beautiful girls in the school want him to become their personal beglighter, though Takahiro always refuses their offers. One day a bizarre accident causes his friend, Miyoka Sasuke, to be challenged to a jousting duel despite her not actually being a knight. Takahiro agrees to become her temporary beglighter, but that ends up only being the beginning of their partnership as she enrolls in the annual tournament.
What's on your mind? There's not enough reason. It's not like I need them. I just wanna know what's.
At number 4 we have Mizoki Anna. After moving into his new apartment, art school student Tatsuhiko Kido discovers a crack in his wall. When he peeks inside, he makes eye contact with his neighbor, Imiru Akuno, as she masturbates. He rushes next door to clear the misunderstanding and inform her of the crack, but accidentally trips and falls over her in the process. To make matters even worse, Imiru now has photographic evidence that would plainly depict Kido as a sexual offender. Kido then learns that Imiru has a voyeurism fetish and is blackmailed into leaving the crack as is. Unfortunately for Kido, it doesn't stop here. Imiru is also attending the same art school that he is, and he will be seeing her far more than he would like to. Imiru and Kido are set to embark on a unique friendship with wildly erotic potential. At number 3 we have Ladies vs Butlers. Hino Akihiro lost his parents when he was small and was adopted into his uncle's family. He didn't want to be a burden on his uncle's family and decides to enter a free boarding school as a butler, Hakuryu High School. However, his delinquent boy-like appearance frightens the girls, who make up the majority of the students. Unable to get along with the classmates, Akihiro meets his childhood crush Saikyu Tomomi. At number 2 we have We Without Wings Under the Innocent Sky. Haneda Takashi has a secret he cannot speak of. To leave his dull school life, he was supposed to have escaped to another world. However, he is reeled in by certain ties on his heart. One of these is Kabato, his awkward younger sister. The other is Watarai Asuka, his negligent girlfriend. Chidis Shuasuke is a poor freeloader. He passes his days working at various part-time jobs. One day, he has a disastrous first encounter with Tamizumi Hiyoko. The next time they meet, Shuasuke discovers that they are fellow employees at his part-time job. Narita Hayato sees himself as a hard-boiled person. Back-breaking jobs are nothing to him. Hayato shuns normal human contact, but during the nights, he would get together with delinquents and other denizens of the night. One such night, he meets the cheerful and oblivious Atori Naru. The relationships with these girls will greatly affect these three young men. But what, exactly, is the relationship these young men have with each other? At number 1 we have Freezing. Decades into the future, humanity is under siege by an alien race known as the Novas. These inhuman beings leave devastation in their wake whenever they appear, with the efforts to stave them off becoming known as Nova Clashes. Young women known as Pandoras and young men known as Limiters are implanted with stigmata to give them superhuman powers and are trained in military academies, where they must learn to work together if humanity is to have a chance of surviving.
You don't fuck with a god.